We are recording. So those of you that are the gold members, how are you doing? And what is the deal with this? Obviously, I'm not spending extra money right now with this whole new other thing that they've just thrown out again.
The Alliance. Were some of you in the initial mastermind that they had a couple months? Yeah, I was thinking nobody was. I was thinking somebody was. But they had that mastermind that they talked about before they did the gold and the silver and whatever. And I think they're just doing another thing like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fatma, you were in it, right? Were you in that?
I was not in it. I was not in it. But from what I'm gathering from everybody who was in it and what they're talking about now is that they are just basically going to provide a platform where they're going to chunk down the things that we're supposed to do even more and give us smaller daily activity to do, like go do this, go do that, go do that, you know. And that with that mastermind, they were able to just really get those people moving and doing things. So, and because it is, I wouldn't pay extra for it right now either.
I wouldn't either.
But because gold members paid that much money, they're basically just letting gold members just participate for free. So I'm like,
nice.
Yes, because I think this is like exactly what we need. And on it, I mean, it's like we've talked about it amongst ourselves, some of the gold members, and I think this is what we were really expecting to get out of the gold membership was like this more one-on-one, more hold our feet to the fire kind of thing, because so far the gold membership has not been that for me at all. And I can't really blame it on anybody other than me. I mean, it's like, if I'm not doing the things, then I can't expect results. But I was expecting a little bit more like in your face accountability, I would say, more guidance. And I can't even say that because like the weekly things that they give us to do within that membership, I haven't even been doing those because I've been just overwhelmed and in my own just resistance, I'm going to just call it, where I just can't get myself into action. I'm my own worst enemy. So I haven't even been able to just like go do those. I haven't even watched a lot of those.
I keep downloading all the attachments, and now I feel like I need to like make a binder so that I have them all in one place and I can actually just do them. But some of them are just so basic that I feel like it's kind of a waste. Like Jesse did that one live topics, and he gave 4 topics. I mean, come on.
And how many times have we talked about live topics?
Exactly.
We've been talking about live topics for 2 years. It's probably an old training that we've had.
I feel like he's had that same worksheet before, like in something that we've done. I don't know if it was a push from before, but it's like this is really familiar. We've done this before.
It's definitely a few of the weeks where I'm like, all right, you guys could have given a little bit more for us. Like, and even maybe a longer video just with more I think I work best from example. So I would like more examples. Like, and I know Stephanie did something about posting, and she did it from an accountant's point of view. And I was just like, none of us, like, I'm pretty sure I could say 100%, none of us in STB are accountants. So can you give some kind of examples that are more relevant? Because I need that kind of help.
Yeah.
Cindy says, hi, everyone. I'm lame. I'm in bed.
Lucky.
My opinion, and only because I have been doing this for 3 weeks now, almost a month, is just focusing on my VATs.
Yeah.
Doing this every freaking day. And Sydney, my corporate whoever person. I have to send this to her every night. And if I don't, she messages me and says, where's your tracker?
Wow.
And this has held me accountable for 3 weeks, even during the cruise. That's why I got Wi-Fi. Because number one, she told me, do not go dead and do not go silent for a week. You will start all over again come April.
Mhm.
And I hit SC, well, I should have hit SC6, but the person that I had been pounding on for days signed up at 9:05.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
And
Well, now you have 2 for next month.
and so now I started with 2 for this month. So, but still, that's 2 months now that I have not hit SC this year. But doing this and just using some other, another tracker sheet that I have that is the PBJ method and daily checklist items, because I need a little bit more than what the BAT gives us. I need a little more like breakdown of each of those things. And that just has kept me more accountable. And then watching the videos, the national wake up call, doing what she's telling, do that. If you're going to your super weekend and you're doing, if you're going to post about that, like she suggested, and just taking more of the training from Beachbody Champions, as well as what we've learned from Jesse, but we've learned the same things from him in all of the pushes, now in our bronze, silver, and gold membership, that it's all about applying it.
Mhm.
And those people that keep paying money, or those guys that continue to be on, Stephanie and all the other people that talked on that video the other night, they're applying what Jesse's teaching us.
Yeah.
And that's why they're successful. So all we have to do is apply what we've been taught, and not, and I'm on my bandwagon, and not spend any more money on trainings,
Exactly.
but just apply what we have. Like
Mhm.
Beth, you said, print all that stuff out and put it in a binder and just start doing it. But my problem is if I do too many trainings at once, I don't do them. Right now I'm trying to do my UPF training. I can't even get that done.
Right.
And I'm not even employed, which is horrible because I cannot get myself on a schedule. There's nothing telling me that I need to do anything today.
It's hard when you don't have a schedule to keep a schedule.
And,
Yep.
so all of a sudden it's noon and I have scrolled and I've farted around on Facebook I've been up since 4:30 and it's now noon. What did I do?
Yeah.
And so not having a time schedule, this is not good for me.
Mhm.
Being on a time crunch is so much better for me.
Yep.
But just, that's all I can say is that I think just applying what we've been given already, if we just apply that,
What I want to see with the gold or whatever mastermind, whatever they're doing, is when they say to apply it and I don't know how. Like, let's say, something really simple like live videos. Okay, I'm doing these live videos. I'm not getting engagement. What am I doing? What should I do different? That's what I want to help with. Or, when they say reach out to 10 people. Okay, I've gone through my whole leads and clients and I don't have any new people to reach out to. What shall I do? That's what when they say to apply it and I get stuck, that's what I feel like. I want you guys to help me on this. Give me some input. Look at my stuff. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Yeah. That's what I would like more one-on-one with, I guess.
So like I just reached out to Stephanie the other day and I just said, well, because one thing I talked to her about in my call with her in February was that I way overthink my posts, and the next thing I'll know, it's like 12 or 1 o'clock and I haven't done anything because I just overthought it so much that paralysis. So the other day I messaged her and I said, well, here it is. It's 12:30 again and I don't have a post. And I said, and I had this great idea and I gave her a couple of lines of my idea and she wrote a post for me. Well, she wrote some ideas for me and then I made a post out of it. So that was kind of nice. You can that's why I don't remember I don't know if it was you, Chrissy, asked if you can message them privately.
Yeah.
So there is that, which becomes helpful. But I think Stephanie Kaufman wouldn't talk to Fatma because she hadn't had a call with her yet. Isn't that true? Was it you or was it Cindy?
I think maybe it was Cindy.
Oh.
But those of us that aren't gold members don't have that option.
No.
So, we've paid for membership to be there as someone in there, but
you can ask on the page, but you could still message people.
they don't answer.
No.
Really?
Mhm. And Todd and Gary are blocked, so they don't answer ever.
What?
What?
do you mean they're blocked?
Whenever I try to
that.
message actually Todd does his, I can actually talk to him, but Gary's messenger is most of the time it says this person is unavailable at this time or something like
Do you
that.
do it
really?
through their page?
Huh?
Do you do it through their page?
I don't know their page.
That's how I
Oh,
message
go to
them,
their
is through their
page.
page.
Yeah,
It's
their
TNG, Team Feel Good, or something like that.
Oh, okay. I do it through their personal. Todd and I talk through his
Todd.
personal page, but
Yeah.
okay,
I
I will
think
check.
what you said is right, though. I think we all have all the tools. It's just putting it into action, and then sometimes needing help with when we
Yeah.
get stuck.
Yeah.
I mean, so we're all trying to build teams, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not.
Oh, you're not?
I should be, but what I'm hoping to do is just to, and definitely teams are needed for residual and ongoing, but I just want to do challenge groups. I mean, if I could have Success Club 20 every month with new challengers, I would be happy.
Christy, I'm kind of there with you too, because I'm so burned out from coaching for 6 years with nothing coming from it.
Yeah. I have a bunch of coaches, but when I reach out to them, nobody wants to do anything.
Yeah.
Their discount coaches are inactive.
Yeah.
And so, I guess I don't feel like, and Jesse told me this wasn't true, but I feel like I don't have the promotion of why teams are cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like the community and the whatever, and, the residual income and all of that. I mean, my income comes from all retail. And so it's like, well, I don't know how to promote it, and having a sneak peek, there would be nobody on it.
Yeah.
Except me. And so, I just don't want to, I want to focus on getting my challenge groups full every single month. And then maybe you see, but so
And
I
I just reached out to Sydney with my boohoo, and when I listened to her message, because she sent it to me in a voice, I want to hear her response to that, because that's exactly what I said to her. I feel like all I want to do is work with my challengers and do that and forget coaching, because no one wants to be a coach. So
the downside of that is that you always have to be working.
Yeah.
And the residual part is you don't have to work and you still have that income, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with working to get the retail price.
So here's the thing though, because if you build your team with just discount coaches, you still get residual income,
Right.
because that adds up as well.
Yeah.
And when you have discount coaches, if you keep working with them and you keep running the challenge groups and they keep seeing results, they like the community and all of that stuff, they're going to stick with you, and they're not going to, cancel their memberships eventually. So that, I think, should be part of the goals, that we get people results. We really work with them and help them so they want to stick around and stay with us. And then, the thing is that I do think that then a fraction of them will eventually want to start working the business. And I think it's probably just a matter of time. But I think, if we make our primary goal to fill our challenge groups and basically build large and active challenge groups and extend that to building a large and active team, I think that would work, because, and then run our pages that way too, so that we do, weekly or bi-monthly or maybe monthly coach sneak peeks, whether there are people in there or not. Maybe we decide to run a sneak peek as a mastermind. I don't care. Whatever it takes, just so we have these sneak peeks on the schedules and just run them. And then we could work together on a monthly schedule on, okay, this week we need to promote, talk about coaching, or maybe we come up with just this very generic monthly posting schedule. So because posting, we all seem to have a problem with what the hell are we going to post about? I don't know. and where we, we come up with a schedule of like what we post about every week, so that we have like this flow every month that just keeps going, and where we talk about our teams and the community, because I don't know if you guys have listened to the National Wake Up Call yet with Jessica, whatever her last name is.
Mm-hmm.
She said that most people that get diagnosed with depression actually get diagnosed with loneliness. So people are wanting community, because our society has like just moved away from community. And so if we keep pushing the community, and how we do have a community, because I mean, look at us right now, there's 5 of us. And instead of watching TV, we're talking with each other now, and so that is a community. We can talk about that. We can talk about how we are working on our goals, whatever they may be, whether it's health and fitness or our business. We're working on goals. We're constantly working on making ourselves better. And we can talk about how we find that kind of life much more fulfilling, blah, 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 right? But where we really talk that aspect of coaching up and just keep inviting, it's like that saying, build it and they will come. I kind of feel like if we just keep talking about our community, people are going to start coming. And I don't know how it's working for you, Christy, but Beth and I, this last month, we've both kind of like fallen off the face of the planet, it seems like, where he just like ended up in a big old funk. But despite that, we had been doing these weekly free groups, right? And invited to them. And no, neither one of us made it to 5 people every week. But like just this week, since I kind of started getting off my ass and actually reaching out to people and talking to them, I'm having conversations with people, and they're actually interested. And the rules that we talked about, and I tell these people about, they're like, oh, okay, so what do I need to do? And it's like, it's actually working. Things are moving in the right direction, and it's just now a matter of me to keep going and leading people in the conversation. And as long as I do that, I mean, sure, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be like, no, thank you. But there's also going to be a good number of people that are going to keep walking with me and talking with me that are going to sign up. So anyway, that's my spiel, and I don't know if you guys are if you guys want to do that, if you want to like collaborate more, because then we could be more of, the mastermind. Because I mean, it's nice to talk about the things that we're doing and how those might be working. But what I need is the accountability. I really need people that I'm actually working with,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like with my upline team, nobody works together. And like, I had this idea, I think I told you guys about like running a couples health bet, where we would all bring couples into a health bet to do the ultimate portion fix together. And we would actually have like a real money pot and everything. Like I don't even feel like anybody tried to get.
I didn't see anybody advertise for it.
No.
Or post about it.
Yeah. So it's like
teams thing.
I don't know.
You were doing that as your team, with your team.
We were going to do it as a big team challenge group. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
But Fatma and I are kind of like the outsiders, because we're all STB and doing things the STB way. And
yeah,
even though a lot of our teammates are in STB, they don't do it. So
yeah.
I love the idea of doing a monthly sneak peek. I've got different templates that we could use. Jessica, if you guys look at that PowerPoint that she put in Champions page, she put her whole sneak peek in there.
Oh.
It's basically, I think it's probably a one-dayer kind of sneak peek, but there's so many different formats that we could do sneak peeks. I'm in 3 different teams that have ongoing sneak peeks, and they just do a new video. Each coach, there's like 5 of them or 3 of them in the group, or however many in the group, and they each do a video and talk about whatever the subject is that they're best at or that they want to talk about, or share their story. And why not? you know, do it. And either we have it be an ongoing that just stays open, where we can add people to, and it's our faces and not our upline and people that they don't even know. And then update it every month, or we close, you know, you run it for a couple days and you close it. I mean, there's
like the ongoing, because then you could be like every like weekend. I think I don't know if she still does it, but this is what Holly Hillier used to do. Like every Saturday or Sunday, she would go live in the group or make a post and say, "Hey, I'm about to start another sneak peek," because she does them weekly. On Monday, if you don't want to, you know, hear the information again, feel free to leave the group. You know, but otherwise, if this is what's happening, and she just like does it every week, clockwork, and just does it. And you know, because sometimes people need to see things twice or three times, and then finally,
or hear it from someone else. You know, hear a little twist of it.
Right.
So, you know, having it be like a 3-day event, you could, and then just leave it open, and it just sits there. And then if you have somebody that comes along and says, you know, I want to know what's a little bit about coaching, do you have something that you can share with me? You can put them in there. If you are organized, you can do, this is video 1, video 2, video 3, and then you can tell them and put them in units or whatever, and direct them that direction and say, here's video 1, go ahead and start here, and then come back to me when you've watched all 5 videos or whatever. So, I mean, I'm totally up for that. I've been wanting to do that for a long time, but I don't want to do it by myself. And some of the topics I am not good at talking about. And one of the biggest one is the compensation plan. And a lot of people don't even care. They don't want to learn about that anyways, but I think they still need a real basic to understand that this isn't a pyramid. Although on the cruise, I don't know. Could you guys see any of the video? I don't think you could. And we could see it the next day on the cruise TV. They recorded everything that we did, and then you could watch it the next day. But Carl said that, he says, if you Google my name, the first thing it'll come up with is Carl Deichler pyramid scheme. And he says, I don't really care what I'm doing. If I'm making a pyramid, I'm going to make it the dangest strong pyramid I can make. I mean, it was awesome what he said. And I wish I would have recorded it, because it was like, who cares if it's a pyramid? I'm going to make it a pyramid of people that are strong and kicking butt, you know? And so it was really great. It was cool to hear him talk about that. But
you know, there used to be a video years ago with Michael Neiman, and it was called The Best Looking Compensation Plan or something. And there was some kid that worked at Beachbody, some real hunky looking guy. And he would come in, and they were putting sticky notes on him. Like, okay, if you have 3 new coaches, and those 3 new coaches get Shakeology, and they, you know, sign up 1 coach, and, you know, it made the compensation plan so easy to understand, and it was hilarious. And I don't think it was in the old coach office before they switched everything. So I don't even know if it's on YouTube somewhere, but that I might look for that, because we could post that in there. And it's so super easy.
Let me see. I just shared something in my team page, and it came from another mastermind group, and I will grab this and I'll share it with you guys. I don't know if it's the same video, but it's this young kid explaining, and it's not new, because he's got the Indianapolis jumpsuit behind him. But I'll share it with the group and just see what it is. I haven't even watched
ones now.
Huh?
There may be new ones now that aren't so boring and instructional. You know, it's just, Michael Neiman also had one with Lego toys or superheroes.
Oh, the Lego toy one is the one that I've always shown people.
Yeah.
But it just seems so hokey.
Yeah, he is hokey, yeah. But it's easy to understand, though.
Anyway, so that's where, when Tina and I were kind of working on trying to do a sneak peek, that was going to be her topic, because she knows that in and out.
That would be good.
But anyways, I'm all for that, guys. So if you want to do something like that and get it on the books for April, I'm game. I don't know my schedule yet, but it doesn't matter because it's stuff we could post, and we can either go live in the groups, which I have been in groups where they've done that, or they're just pre-recorded, and you just post them every couple of hours throughout the day. And then as far as the posting schedule, Fatma, that you talked about, when I post my team calendar, I give them something to talk about every day in my team calendar. Nobody does it, but and it's a lot of work, and I pay my VA to do it, which I haven't been able to for the last month because I wasn't working, so I did it myself. But it's like, this is the kind of stuff I do in my team page, but it goes on deaf ears. So I would be glad to share my calendar and show you guys. I mean, it's not a big deal, but
sure, if you would be willing to. I mean, I came up with like something like a monthly layout where I had basically, laid out, okay, like something every week that I was going to do, where I started challenge group the first Monday, do the second, and I quite literally like wrote down what I was going to post Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like what I would be doing, what I would be posting, like the main business post kind of thing.
Right.
And then, you do have to have like probably 2 lifestyle kind of posts on those days too, and just fill that in. But then so that I have my monthly plan, and these would be the standard. This is what I have to talk every day of the month. So, and then, I mean, we could even have basically have assignments for each other where we say, okay, because if we don't have any posts for coaching invitations, we could have, 1 week be our challenge could be, okay, go find 5 to 10 pictures of your team, upline team. And we could even go at Summit, those of us that are going to be there, we could meet and take a picture of us there, but basically go and have that be assignment. Go find 5 to 10 pictures of your team and make like 5 posts inviting to the coaching opportunity and put those in a Google Doc. And then you have your posts for that post for like the next 5 or 6 weeks, you have it done. And then, and we can just keep working on that kind of stuff. And then we can like critique each other's posts, like before we ever like post them anywhere, and just work on just getting that kind of stuff much better. Cause I'm just like, most of the time I'm just like flying by the seat of my pants, and that's got to change. So.
I do have an idea every week of the month. Like, I write out my calendar, like, okay, challenge group starts here, free group starts here, but I don't have my post written out, but I do have sort of an idea of what I need to start talking about. And, if any of you have Ultimate Portion Fix certification, Autumn goes through some really good, I mean, it's kind of Beachbody-y, but just some good ideas on things to post. And so I try to at least have an idea, where I'm going, but I'm like you, I kind of go by the seat of my pants, like, how should I say it today? Or what should I say today? Or how should I promote portion control today without talking about portion control, And so, but yeah, being more specific, I think, is really important too.
Yeah. Anyway.
So do we want to look at a calendar and kind of come up with a plan for the sneak peek?
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm doing a free group the end of the month, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to affect anything. And then do we want to do it as a live event? Do we want to do it just as we go, like, I don't know, how do you want to do it?
I think lives are fun because you get to really see people, but then you got to ensure that you actually have people. So I don't know.
I mean, the lives stay on there, so it's not like it's going any. Oops.
Yeah.
I like the idea of keeping it open, but having a definite start date, like keeping it ongoing so you don't have to start a new group every month, but, say, okay, we're going to start on Saturday and, do it through the weekend or whatever. And then the next month, the same thing, but have a definite schedule, what we're going to do during that time. But you have a template, you said, right?
I have a couple different.
Cheryl, I meant like a Zoom call like this. I didn't mean like just live in the group. I was talking like our upline did a Zoom call like this once for a sneak peek. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, just have
members?
And just have it be like a bring your coffee, bring your wine, and just.
Oh.
Yeah, our upline did that once maybe. I don't know. That's what I thought you meant when you said lives. But I didn't realize you meant live, like just do a live in the group.
So then you mean you would invite the participants
people,
to the Zoom call?
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant, but the other way is fine too, because then you just have a group to invite people to.
Well, I think we could totally move into that once we start getting more traction.
More people, yeah.
Because, I mean, we're going to get more traction. That's just all there is to it. And we're going to get more people so that when we have a live event like that, people are actually going to show up. And I think that would be totally fun. And then, run it very much like the ones that Jessie runs, where, we come on and we tell our stories and this is what it's about, and then, and see if anybody has any questions. But in the meantime, I think we should do live videos or pre-recorded, just because, like, if we don't have anybody coming up to the actual live call, it's going to be like, okay, so then what do we do with it?
I mean, if we do a Zoom like this and it's the 5 of us,
right?
It's like we could do a happy hour. You can do happy hour sneak peeks. I've been in on those a long time ago. And then, like I said, and the 2 that I just shared in the group are ongoing ones that they just say, like, one of them is Barbie Kalev's, and she just announces when it's going to be kind of active again once a month, but otherwise it just stays open. And so then the next month, if you scroll through that, you'll see new videos from her, some coaches. And so she just kind of keeps it fresh, but it's just there.
Yeah. And I think with, at least in challenge groups, or even my free groups, when I invite people, they say, do I have to be on at a certain time? So
Right.
I think people like the ability to just come in when they have a chance and look through the page and get what they need and then leave.
Yeah.
And so,
So what looks good for
I can look through my sneak peek templates that I have, because they're basically not scripted, but it's like, okay, video number 1 is going to be this, and it was Tammy that's going to do that one. Video number 2 is this, and it's Cheryl, whatever, I can share that with a group. It won't take, I probably have a couple more than one. And I think Tina's probably got stuff too. Because we've both been in enough sneak peeks that we've copied.
So when are you thinking for April?
I have one on the calendar for the 22nd. That's right after Easter, right?
I think so.
Yes, I won't be able to be on.
Well, if it's something that we create the group and you guys schedule your posts, schedule your video, then you don't have to be there.
Yeah.
Well, I would like, I'm going to disagree, Cheryl, because I think when you're in there and you're interacting with people, it gets more of an effect.
Yes.
Because if you just post your video and then you show up 2 days later, the momentum is gone.
So what you're saying is that you'd like to do a day's worth, or you want to do 3 days worth, or?
We could do 3 days. I mean, I think we should totally test out different formats. So you have a template or 2. I figure we'll do one of those like once or twice or 3 times, and then we'll switch to a different one and see how that one works. And then we can also do Holly Hillier's template where she quite literally does it for 3 days. She goes live once every day, those 3 days, and talks about different things. And, you know, so we can test out these different ones and just see what sticks.
Mm-hmm. No,
You
I
know,
agree. Do
like,
you have access to Holly's?
I have it.
Okay.
yeah, I think she put it on YouTube or something too, right? Or she,
I got it from the Champions page, but I have it bookmarked so I can just share it.
yeah.
Okay. If you share it in the page, that way we can get an idea.
Yeah.
And then you know, so if you do one that's 3 days long and you're only going live one time a day, what happens the whole rest of the day? Nothing?
Yeah, nothing. I mean, so you
No.
She
basically
just says like she's there in the morning or whatever. She just does her posts and then
she just monitors probably people go and ask
Oh, okay.
questions, because you get notifications when people ask
Right.
questions.
So you could do the same thing in a 1-day format, right?
yeah,
And go live
2 or 3
every
times.
Yeah.
few hours.
Mhm.
But that would mean that everyone would need to be available
yeah,
on any given, either very early in the morning, in the afternoon, you know, kind of thing. Or would it be easier to break it up into a couple of days and do maybe 2 lives a day?
yeah, something like that. Well, and then it depends on how many of us are going to participate in the thing, because if we because I wouldn't want to do one where it's basically like 5 or 6 different people each going live one time, you know, because that's a lot. Like we would lose people.
Right.
So in that case, I would probably have it be something like where 2 people go live together and they tag team the topic to talk about it. And maybe they ask each other questions. Well, how did that work out? How did you first get started? Like, what did you, you know, that kind of stuff, where then people don't have to watch more than, you know, 1 or 2 videos a day.
Okay. Because you could start a live and invite someone, right? That's how you get 2 people on at a
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm game for anything. So
Yeah. I'm just like going off of what I would actually participate in. And
Okay.
if there were like 3 videos every day, you would lose me.
yeah.
Right. Well, it's like on STB. You know, I'll go in there in the first of the day, and if there's a video, great. But if there's 4 of them that day, I just don't have time to do that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
No, I think that's great.
So
Katie-
you've already
Katie,
shared
you're
those
quiet.
templates, right?
Yes, I will.
What?
Yeah, I will go through. Get something to write on. I will go through and look for what I have. And
Are you gonna
I
be
think you guys, I just shared with you the links to 2 sneak peek groups. I think you should be able to get into them pretty easily. I don't know. She may or may not just accept everybody. I don't know, but I'll look through those. And
I just got accepted to the Nutrition 101.
oh, okay. This is a sneak peek one though, Katie.
Isn't that the one that?
where'd you put it?
I put them both in there oops, I spelled it
Yeah.
wrong. In the STB.
Oh.
One of them's called Insight into Coaching,
Oh,
and the
here.
other one is called Live the Life.
Mhm.
The
Okay.
Insight into Coaching is actually Milan Jensen, and then the other one is Barbie Kalev.
Okay.
Is she your upline?
No, my upline is Mindy Wender, and we do have a sneak peek, but it doesn't get updated.
So I just did the Live the Life You Love project.
Mhm.
You just had to answer who invited you.
Oh, well, good.
So, and then it goes to the admin, but
Apparently, I'm already in there, but haven't done anything with it.
So it just gives you an idea of what what their sneak peeks look like. Let's see. The one that I'm in with Mindy is Janelle, Mindy. Who else is in this? Janelle, Mindy, and Tara Bialik. Actually, this has got Tara, Jamie Thompson, Janelle, Jen Delvo, and Mindy are the admins. And that's my upline sneak peek. But the last time anything happened in it was looks like a year ago. That can't be right.
Well, it would explain a lot. I mean, not to say anything negative or mean, but you don't hear those names very much anymore. Like you do hear Barbie Kalev, you do hear Milan, they are actively recruiting and they are doing things, and you hear those names. Right. So it's like what you do shows up. So
right. So that's why I gave you those two groups, because I'm just not, things aren't happening in my upline anymore. So
yeah, things really aren't happening in our upline either. So it's like we got to figure it out.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm up for whatever, if somebody wants to.
So let's nail down a date.
Yeah.
So you are not available the 22nd.
No, I think I can be.
What?
I think I can be.
Well, is it because I mean, we could also not do it on a Monday. We could do it on a Tuesday.
I mean, I don't have to be, if we choose to do a 2-day thing, I could be on the second day. It doesn't matter. I have a holiday that starts, and I think it's over by, my religious stuff. So
yeah.
I think it's over by Monday. Just plan it for Monday and don't worry about it.
Or, because it's the day after Easter or whatever other religious things are going on, do you think that might be a week to wait?
No, maybe.
I mean, maybe people would be traveling or, focused on other things. Maybe the week after or the week
because that weekend people might be too busy celebrating Easter and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe the 29th?
Does it have to start on a Monday?
That's just
kind of.
Yeah, we could start on a Tuesday or Wednesday.
We can do anything we want.
That's right.
That's right.
Our business.
Well, people maybe forget on a Monday. Maybe doing a Tuesday and Wednesday might be.
Yeah, because people are getting back to work on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we don't want it to be the last week of the month, because if you potentially can get some
some SC out of it.
You want it to be.
Why don't we do it the 23rd? Because guess what? So people are off celebrating Easter, having a good time.
And then they have to go back to work.
And then they have to go back to work. So boom, on Monday morning, you hit them with a, wow, that sucks going back to work. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to take a few extra days off because you actually make extra money on the side, kind of thing, I don't know. So we could start it on the 23rd.
You want 23rd or the 24th? Let's nail it down. Everybody just vote. 23rd, raise your hand. 24th, raise your hand.
Well, hang on, I'm thinking. So how long of a sneak peek do we want to make this? Because I do not want to go into Friday.
We can't go into Thursday either. We all seem to have calls on Thursday, so obviously.
So let's do 2 days. How many of us are there?
Looks like there's a lot of us.
If Tina and
Cindy
will probably want to do it, and Kelly.
So that's 3 more people. Who else is?
I don't know.
Tina's the lady that, what is her name, that did the Instagram video for us?
Oh,
Lucy.
Lucy.
But I haven't seen her much in here, so.
Do you want to stop the recording or?